Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to MatchFit Entertainment's official coverage of Asrnz's 2025 GT Series, proudly brought to you by Race Command and, of course, MatchFit Entertainment. 10 rounds of goodness. GT2 cars and GT3 cars pipped against each other. We are, 5 rounds in, I think now, or we're about to start the 5th round in a 10-round series. We are at Paul Ricard, first of the Enduros tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Davo, and as always, right by my side, the best wingman in the game, J-Man. How are you doing, my friend?
G'day, Davo. Yeah, great, mate. Thanks for asking. Welcome aboard, viewers, to another great Thursday night. As Davo just mentioned, this is the first of the Enduros. So, 89 minutes of Paul Ricard, no mandatory pit stops. But hey, look, the one for me is, which is just about to get underway, which actually is underway, is this qualifying session. So the first time we've seen this format that they're running, it is a 25-minute open qualifying. However, the last 10 minutes will only be privy to those in the top 10. So everybody, it's an all-in affair at the moment to try and get yourself inside the top 10. And then basically, once the clock rolls through, they've extended that 10-minute to 15 to allow everybody to finish their laps, and then we'll back it through same session for another 10 minutes to see who ends up settling the top 10. And why this is interesting, Davo and viewers, is because 3 sets of tyres for the weekend, no mandatory pit stop required. However, don't like a few of their chances to run an 89-minute stint on the same set of tyres. So that top 10, it'll be interesting to see how many actually do go out in that top 10 to try and have one more crack at it. So it's going to be entertaining. Yeah, yeah. 89's doable.
We got a message as we've got a bit of a theme going on at the moment. We've got a bit of a mental health awareness theme going on for the rest of the year. So just look, if you need to talk to someone, just a reminder, guys, just reach out to the professionals, reach out to us, reach out to your mates, and look after each other. And basically, that's the message, guys. Come on, we've got to think about this stuff. What else are we giving away? We are giving away, we've already given away $50 Davo to Kenny Simpson for the best painted car on the grid, which is the CQ Steel number 68 Industries Mustang. And what else are we giving away? We are giving away other stuff. Let me find it. Here we go. It is it's basically the crossword, the MatchFit Entertainment crossword here. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been giving away just sneaking little hints and little clues over the past few weeks, and slowly this crossword's coming together. The first person that can tell us what all of those numbers are, even if it's before the last round, will win $100 Davo. And geez, we might even throw a free shirt in as well. But yes, another clue to complete that crossword here tonight. as the boys and girls get out on track. J-Man, this should be an epic. I can see people joining as we speak. Like there's, I think Lee Perkins and Fraser has actually popped into the room late as well after qualifying started. Plenty go on. People keen to get into this.
Yeah, 100%. And look, watching the speed trap earlier tonight really just blew me away when I saw, and it's just been adjusted again. Sean Brimblecomb's GD2 Audi, 299 kilometers an hour. How is that? Will we see the magic 300 come up tonight on the speed trap? It is very impressive. Very, very impressive. Well, it must be good glue holding it on. Put it that way. Yeah. Well, already we've got the giggle of giggers up the top. Webley holding down P1 provisionally. Antoon over Fotado. So that's the three giggle of giggers. Yes, save a bit of rubber. Yeah. But yeah, yeah. 299, mate. Yep. Yep, and Lily Glass's KDM's very, very quick too, 295k an hour for that car as well. I just see Steve Melling just jumped up provisionally to P6 in the Maserati. The Maserati, he was saying, doesn't matter whether he alters the wing too much, it only changes it by about a k an hour, but he's in there with a 286 kilometre an hour top speed, so still got a little bit. Darren Green, you just mentioned, he's just popped in to P6 now, just knocking Steve Melling back a spot. And if we watch the clock, so we've still got around about 8 minutes of this effective first phase of qualifying to get through by the time that rolls down. So the drivers will be asked basically to complete their laps at that 10-minute mark, and then we'll watch the clock wind down. From there, and the top 10 will be set, and we will give you the update on that, as I'm sure you'll be able to see it on the totem as well. So currently, Steve Melling on the bubble of the top 10 now, knocked down to P10. He was only just moments ago sitting P6, if you didn't hear me call it. So in the space of about 2 minutes, he's gone to right on the bubble of the top 10, and with hard charging drivers, Lee Perkins still to make probably a reasonable run at the lap as well. He'll threaten that. Same with Chris Fraser. Chris Fraser's had a ton of speed lately. I do see Wilton, Grimmer, and Turner all parked in the garage
As well, yeah, definitely, definitely.
With no times recorded as well. So
well, yeah, there you go. Interesting stuff there, J-Man, and thanks guys in the chat box. Just giving us the heads up, we had a little bit of an audio gremlin there sneaking in, and I think we have fixed that now. So thanks again for you guys keeping us honest, keeping us online. Jordan Moss up on his time, but only just Nev Shields. Now, Nev Shields, J-Man, this man has been punching above his weight a little over the past few weeks as well in the mighty Aston.
Yeah, for me, I think he's 100% now. I'm quite used to seeing him up there now, and we just see him punch a number that takes him up to a 54.7, puts him up into P6. So
yeah, solid.
I feel like, yeah, his racing's come on huge leaps and bounds in 2025, and look, he's legitimately there now, and it's
For
all on
sure.
merit.
For sure.
Uh,
I totally agree. Melling, actually, J-Man just inside the top 10, chasing down Mossy as well, Mossy's time as well, and looks like,
yeah,
yeah, just, oh God, it's just toing and froing a little bit, but Melling stepping up as well in the Maserati again this week. Who else did I see? I think you mentioned already, Steve Wilton, um, yeah, untimed lap as is Grimmer, as is Turner, like you mentioned, but yeah, Steve Wilton back, aka Farmer, one of the MatchFit Entertainment family, again, co-commentator off and on. So yeah, plenty going on. Still plenty of time left in this qualifying session, but the format is a little different to what we'd normally run, JB.
yeah, it is a little bit different, especially with this qualifying broken into two parts with the top 10, and also going to be interesting to see how the drivers go about this race. You know, obviously got the two different two different styles of race car at the GD2s
Yep,
and the GD3s.
yep,
No mandatory pit stop required. That's going to really throw some um, some curveball strategies, I think. And I think, you know, you look at the Webley and Team Fotado, that team there would have already preset their strategy about how they're going to go about it, and maybe internally there's a little bit of maybe a little bit of leeway on there about maybe there's a couple of strategies to play out in
for
case
sure.
something happens to one of them or one or more of them. But it's going to be interesting to see how it shakes out. As I'm just watching with interest now, uh, Fraser and Perkins, as we only have about 4 minutes to go in this
That's right.
first phase of the
Yep.
qualifying. Both of them on hot laps at the moment. Perkins very much in the green.
And these guys
Right.
actually pretty closely matched actually last week as well. So
Yep.
interesting to see where these guys land on the
Fraser up to
podium.
P11.
There you go.
So
Perko,
no threat to Steve-O there.
no, and Perko on the move, J-Man, and heading down towards, I think, the back section of the circuit here. Yes, just coming through this final complex of corners. So, yes, a bit of a change up in qualifying tonight. It will tick over to sort of a top 10 scenario. Be interesting to see how that shakes out, whether the guys want to conserve some time. Pretty much most of the cars are in the pits at the moment, and so we will introduce ourselves again, ladies and gentlemen, because I think we had some audio issues earlier. But look, we just want to welcome all our viewers and support once again for joining us here for MatchFit Entertainment's official coverage of Asrnz's 2025 GT Series, J-Man, GT2s and GT3s pipped against each other. Obviously broadcast to you by MatchFit and sponsored by Race Command. So we are here at Paul Ricard for the 5th round out of 10 round series, first of the Enduros. And like I mentioned earlier, we will carry on a mental health theme throughout the rest of the year, and just look, we just want to reiterate, you guys, if anybody's having any struggles, mate, just reach out, talk to your mates, talk to the professionals. Look, just even reach out to us monkeys, you know, because we've got an ear, we're not just a mouth. We're quite happy to listen as well. So just look after your mates, and we just want to sort of get that message out there that yeah, it's a good thing. Talk and get it out if need be. Also, we are giving away stuff. We're giving away $100 Davo dollars. We are going to give it away. We're going to let out another clue in our $100 Davo dollar crossword here tonight for the viewers. If someone can solve this freaking puzzle here, J-Man, even before the last round, you will win $100 Davo dollars, and hell, we might even throw in a free shirt because we have a few left over, and we just like giving stuff away. What else are we giving away? Oh, we've already given away. That's right, and we'll remind you again. Flash that graphic up, Davo. We have already given Kenny Simpson $50 Davo dollars as well for the best painted car in the grid at the moment, which is the CQ Steel Industries number 68 Mustang, driven by Kenny Simpson, and I think painted by Steve Wilton, aka Farmer. So, giving away stuff, looking after your mates. We got some racing. God, James, is there anybody even on track at the moment? I think they're just
No,
organising
because
them.
they've just
We're
run that session down, and we're basically about to enter this final 10-minute phase. So the likelihood, so Webley, Antoon, Fodderdo, Brimblecombe, Enright, Shields, Jones, Moss, Perkins, Melling, all entitled to go out in this final 10 minutes to see if they can better what they've got. Can they and do they fire another set of tyres on these things and go and have one more go? I can tell you now, Damien Jones, Phil Antoon, Brandon Webley are all going to have a crack. I'm not sure if I would go if I was Webley. He's got around 2.5 tenths over Antoon. Fodderdo's still stationary. Jarks is going. I don't know.
Webley's going as well.
Yeah, Webley's going. I don't know why Webley would go from the top spot.
Shields, he's gone.
Yeah, I'd leave it.
I just.
But anyway.
Yeah, no, well, that's it. And see, this is.
Happy to see them on track, but I'm just questioning the strategy with that. He's obviously not too concerned about tyres.
Look, yeah, absolutely. Everybody's going to look at a different. Perco's out as well, Jay. So a few of these guys, keen, if not anything else, but just to get a few more laps of practice in, maybe if nothing else. So, a few cars out there. Melling also joining that list as well. So we have who we got? Melling, Perkins, Jones, Shear, Antoon and Webley all on track at the moment. So a couple of GT2 cars mixed in there, and mainly GT3 cars. Fodderdo also leaving the pits. J-Man.
Yeah, so I'm just seeing what that looks like in retrospect to the championship with who we've got in there at the moment. I'm not sure if you've got a graphic this week,
we
Dave.
absolutely do.
Righto, mate. Well, we might as well touch on that based on what we're seeing, and we can definitely talk about Darren Green, Chris Fraser, Phil Rando, Lily Glass, Phil Turner, Uncle Joe, Steve Wilton, Kenny Simpson, for that matter, in respect to where they are, because they are now classified. That will be their starting position for this race, starting from Darren Green, who is racing out of 8th in the championship on 458 points. Now, what I can tell you is the guy up in front of him who is out on track having one more bite of it, Steve Melling. He's racing out of 9th in the championship, and he is slightly ahead of him. So that is an interesting scenario. But to the top of the totem, and things are starting to get pretty tight up there, Davo. When we look at Shane Fodderdo and Sean Brimblecombe there is not a lot separating those two there. But for me, the mover and shaker is the Phil Antoon factor. He missed the first full round, so he missed the first super sprint round, and he's just clawed his way back into that. But just look at that totem there. So Fodderdo, Brimblecombe, Antoon, Shields. We just talked about Neil Shields and his ability at the moment to race incredibly well in constructor championship racing, in 4th outright over Lee Perkins, Damien Jones, Aaron Enright, and then we beat back to that. What I was talking about, Darren Green, Steve Melling, Kenny Simpson holding down the 10th spot. Now, where's Kenny Simpson?
He's 18, so he snuck in very late tonight.
Yeah, 18th on the grid, and he's got to sit this one out. He's got plenty of tyres.
If nothing else. But look, it's all about the points. He is in the top 10, J-Man, and still worthy of the chase because he is not that far behind Steve Melling and Greenie there, to be honest. Looking at that board, Shane Fodderdo and Sean Brimblecombe, just looking at their first part of qualifying times, these guys are only about a 10th of a second apart. So no surprise they are that close in the championship at the moment. So no surprise at all.
And then obviously Phil Turner, like I said, out of P11, Wally Baker, Brandon Webley, mixed fortunes. I think the season for Webley has probably hit the escape button probably a little bit too prematurely at times. Probably needs to just tidy that up. He's got all the speed, just lacks a little bit of consistency, but that'll come with time. He'll get that.
Yeah. And
Phil
some
Rambo.
patience.
Yeah. Matty T, Steve Rees, Chris Fraser, Lily Glass, Danny Kim. No Danny Kim tonight? No, Danny Kim been racing incredibly well lately.
Yep.
Probably not really. Endurance isn't everybody's cup of tea. So
Absolutely. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, again for joining us here as the clock winds down. This is MatchFit Entertainment's official coverage of Asrnz's 2025 GT Series. Support the channel, guys. Click the like button if you can, and obviously supports Asrnz. We will be giving away stuff again tonight. Clues at least, if nothing else, towards some dollars, some Davo dollars. And remember to look after your mates. And chat. Just talk with us. Jump in the chat box. Neb Shields, J-Man, pushing hard down the back section of the circuit. Tricky, double right-hander. It just keeps tightening into this back section of the circuit.
Yeah, he needs about 3.5 tenths. He's got he had about 1.5 tenths, and I saw he's just bled that off now. So probably not likely going to get Aaron Enright on this one. Aaron opting to stay stationary.
Yep. Melling down on his time. Red lap,
it is. Yep.
As well, and Toon's Delta is just flickering as he comes across the line. Actually, he's only just starting his lap. That is Perko just rolling out of the pits in the background. Back of shot, currently sitting in 9th in the number 33 Looney Tunes BMW. Well suited to Perko, I think, the Looney Tunes car there. Well done, mate. Shieldsy, like you said, Delta's flickering, but not enough. Webley out on track in the Mustang. I think again, has he just come back out again, has he? Or has he just run across the line?
No, he's just run across the line. He's pressing on, and he was slightly up. And Toon has been as much up as 2.25 tenths, which is the margin that he needs to try and swap sides on the front row. Shows what it means to these boys, because I think it was you and I, mate, and we had the front row. Wouldn't matter what side we started on, we'd be pretty bloody happy. But it shows that there's a bit of internal rivalry going on inside the Giggers.
Yeah, no, look look, these guys, as much as there might be team orders, these guys do definitely race. They're all racers, and they want to give it a crack as Webley just gets it way offline. Looked like the old direct drive caught the ripple strip there, just pulled him off track. And Toon's
going to be close here to grab the top spot.
This is going to be close, and he is rounding into this final sector of the track here. Final complex of corners, big wrong right-hander here. Little short, sharp right-hander here.
Oh, I think he's got it. By just the smallest margin.
It's only a smidge if it is. Oh, there it is. How close is that?
Bloody tight.
500ths of a second.
Webley parks it.
Melling.
What's he got? He's on an outlet.
Melling.
He's 5 seconds down.
And Melling looks like he might actually. I think Perko might have snuck up past him, and he
already
responded.
He already had.
Yeah, so he's responding to that. Under 2 minutes to run here in the qualifier. Poor Ricard. I just don't know. Is it the equaliser? Are the GT2s going to run here? It's an enduro. It's 90 minutes. Tyre wear will be an issue for them.
I favour the GT3s tonight, very much so, and I think this will be the first track on the calendar that I've been confident in, thinking that the GT3s are really going to do the business. So that was a good improvement there from Steve Melling. He goes a 55.330. He was chasing a 55.282 for Perkins. So
Perkins up on his lap time, but just gets out way too wide.
He's good. He's good.
Gets a track limit infringement there.
Oh, I'm not sure if he did. As long as they're inside the cone, did he hit the cone?
I think he's just stayed off it, did he? He might have just scraped that, J-Man. You might be right here. I think he's still showing green. He's got half a second. If he has scraped through, he's got half a second nearly up his sleeve. He's bleeding a little bit now.
This will put Mossy and Damien Jones if it's legit and he can carry it on.
Well, watch this. I know he had a bit of a shocker last week. Really did struggle with the car.
So he's nearly half a second. Where does this take him? He's currently P9.
Watch that space. There you go.
P7.
So he does. Pips, Jones, and Mossy there. As we wind down 10 seconds to roll. Perko, the only guy out on track as we speak. Just remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to give you another clue for the crossword here tonight. How many have we done so far? 4. Okay, of course, it's round 5. We're going to give you another one. 5. Okay, we'll see who's going to work this one out. I don't know whether Stu Arrowsmith's tuned in tonight. He's usually got the old, he's right onto this stuff.
Crystal ball.
Yeah. So let's see what happens there. That yet to come. As we see Perko still out on track, waiting as the session finishes now.
Yeah, that's it. So well done, Phil Antoon. Gets the marker, just one up on Brandon Webley over Shane Fodderdo, Sean Brimblecombe. Another outstanding qualifying for the GD2 driver to be in the first 2 rows. And then Aaron Enright, Nev Shields. That's going to be a great battle. And I think Lee Perkins has turned up to play in that one as well. Damien Jones will be ever looming on the straights there with the pace of that Audi. He was clocked at 293, but no one has gone better than 299 of Sean Brimblecombe. However, Lily Glass 295. So the KDMs are fast. Where's Jordan Moss? There he is there. Jordan Moss a lot down on the mile an hour. He's 285 and Lily's 295. So I don't know. He's obviously got the wing wound right up on that thing. But yeah, Jones, Moss, Melling to round out the 10. And then the battle commences after that. The guys that didn't make the top 10, Darren Green, Fraser, Rando, Glass, Turner, Grimmer, Wilton, Simpson. And, those last 4 names are called didn't even bother, I don't think, with qualifying. Well, Kenny didn't because he was a day late and $1 short to actually cuddle that.
Well, but he's here. He's here. He's here to race. And that's all that counts. As the clock winds down and these guys will get on track soon enough.
Yeah.
Again, thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here for MATCHFIT Entertainment's official coverage. Asrnz 2025 GT Series, GT2s and GT3s pipped against each other. It's been cracking so far over the first 4 rounds, J-Man. It's been some epic racing. And I expect tonight will be nothing less than epic, as well as we run into round 5 here for the Enduro at Paul Ricard.
Yeah, no, she'll be certainly a spectacle. I'm thinking that the strategy-wise, based on the tyre wear that we've just seen, obviously 3 tyres sets available to both classes of car here tonight, Davo and viewers. So, yeah, we know, I think fuel-wise, I did hear a whisper that maybe the GD2 Audi can make it on fuel. So, won't be a factor because I think tyres are just going to be chewed up on that thing. We do see them suffer on the tyres. However, the GT3s, what cars in the GT3s can get away with a splash and a dash and maybe not a tyre change? The tyre potentially up to the task, 89 minutes. I think so. Anywho, we will no doubt see. We'll keep up with the pit stops and potential strategies, and we may even, if we're guessing, we may even look to some live driver quick interviews just to see what's going on post strategy shakeout. So we'll see how we go with that. And as Davo mentioned, look for clue number 5 coming on the MatchFit Entertainment Cryptic Crossword tonight. So that will come up at some point during the broadcast.
Yes, it will. 90 minutes of racing to come, J-Man. So stay tuned. Get comfy. If you haven't got a drink in front of you, go and grab one. Hit the like button before you leave. Hit it when you come back. And like I said, get comfy. 90 minutes of racing, GT2s, GT3s, pipped together. We've got a fairly solid grid here. Kenny rounding out the 18th there. But that top 10 is looking pretty spicy, mate. Looking forward to how that pans out in the first few laps.
Yeah, look, I think, that Sean Brimble came from the second row with Webley and Antoon in front of him. That left, right, turn 1, turn 2, I'm expecting some big fireworks.
And look, Sharks is down in 8th. I'm not sure his qualifying went as well as it has done over the last couple of weeks. So we've got that Audi just sitting in the background there as well, J-Man, which can cause some havoc. Jordan Moss just behind him in 9th position, back after a couple of weeks away in the mighty KTM. So as Antoon leads the boys off with an obligatory donut, and the grid rolls away. 18 drivers, Antoon, Webley, first and second respectively. Shane Fronato, Sean Brimblecombe, Aaron Enright, Nev Shields, Lee Perkins, Damien Jones, Jordan Moss, and Steve Melling round out the top 10. Then we have Greeny, Fraser, Rando, Lily Glass, Phil Turner, Joe Grimmer, Steve Wilton, and Kenny Simpson has missed the start and has gone back to the pit lane in the CQ Steel Industries Mustang. He's up for a challenge tonight, I tell you. He's got here late. He's missed the formation lap, so he'll be starting from the pits.
Yeah, they've scored it. John Carter scores Mavs at a 3 out of 10. Wally Baker reckons 4 out of 10.
You reckon?
I reckon it was. Yeah, look, to be honest, it was probably 4.3. I give him a 4.3. Yeah, I've seen a lot better out of Mavs.
Look, it was the completion. It was just the initial execution looked good, but it just didn't complete. So
I'd have rated it higher if he had a wall tap. Before an 89-minute race, if he just tapped the wall.
Well,
imagine if
ACC was full contact on formation. Yeah. It'd be a totally different story. But here we are, Antoon. Top of the list, J-Man, in the big bad block of flax, which is the Bentley. Brandon Webley, always on this man's tail in that mighty Mustang. Look, I've just called these guys already. Shane Fronato. There's the giggle right there. 1, 2, 3. Antoon, Webley, and Fronato. We got Brimblecombe in 4th. Watch that space. That Red Bull Audi will be coming for at least 1 or 2 of those boys, I reckon, on the opening lap. Aaron Enright in 5th, Nev Shields in 6th. Lee Perkins in 7th, Damien Jones, a.k.a. Jacques, in 8th, Geordie Moss and Steve Melling rounding at the top 10 in the mighty Maserati. And what a beautiful looking car it is.
Place your bets. Can Brimblecombe
Oh,
get
gosh.
can he get the giggle before by the time they hit up the back straight and try and defend? Can he lead lap 1 across the line?
Well, let's just have a look and gamble responsibly, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And watch this space, because it is highly likely and quite possible that Brimblecombe car could just sneak up in between that front row pairing of Phil Antoon and Brandon Webley as they roll around that little final complex corners into this very short and sharp tight right-hander here before we go green.
Watch it, David. They'll be awake to this. They're going to box him out. You watch them try to box him out here.
Yep. Asrnz 2025 GT Series, ladies and gentlemen, proudly broadcast to you by MATCHFIT Entertainment and sponsored by MATCHFIT, of course. And race come in, and here we go. Are they going to try and box him out? Here he comes up behind the Mustang already, and bam, he is going to split those two. Oh, no. Here we go. He's going to have a crack. And Antoon immediately.
Jarks with a good move too. He's looking for a move on Fotado already.
So made him work there, J-Man, and also we got Shields, Perkin, and Moss. Look at the battle going on between Mossy, Melling, Rando, and Fraser in the back. Jones and like you said, Fotado going at it immediately.
Yeah.
Look, Jones, although his qualifying position was, I think he was in 8th. Bam, he's in 5th already. So. Whew.
Here we go. Here we go. Brimblecombe about to stretch the legs. Can he hit the 300 mark? He will have the draft. He is in the draft of...
and look, the Bentley is a big draft. It is a block of flats. Look at this thing go. My God.
No problem at all to get past. Can he stop it?
Can he stop it?
Look at the pace difference from Antoon after they get there. He's going to pass him straight back.
Or is he? Or is he?
He will have the run down the inside, and Webley's going to be right there as well.
So Brimblecombe's got his work cut out for him. The top 3 going at it.
So that was 294 you just witnessed versus 279 of Antoon.
I'd have to look far back. Basically the same battle going on just behind him in 4th, 5th and 6th with Fotado, Jacques and Enright 4th, 5th and 6th respectively. It's basically this stuff. It's all going.
Smelling.
These guys, this is lap 1. They're coming around the final corner. As we suspected, those GT2 Audis really shaking it up the pointy end. No surprise. Jones only 3/10 behind. Brimblecombe only 3/10 behind. Antoon. Brimblecombe, bit of a wriggle off the chicane, off the ripple strip there. He looks vulnerable to the Mustang. Webley forces him inside there with a bit of a fake. It's put him offline.
Yeah, he's just recovered it nicely. I thought he was going to be a little bit too deep in there, but he's managed to gather it up. And this is going to bode well for Shane to bring Shane back in the party. And I'll tell you what, Jones is going to have his hands full of Aaron Enright, because Aaron Enright looks really, really good here tonight. They've just pulled a little bit of margin on Nev Shields and Lee Perkins. So looks like Antoon's got a big enough margin this lap to negate the straight line speed of the Audi.
Just looking at Fraser running past Moss as Glass is sneaking past Turner in the background as well. J-Man playing.
Fastest car in a straight line out there, 295.
Wow. Perko tucked up behind Shields. Melling in tow. Melling.
That's a good battle.
That's that Moss-Fraser battle just in behind it. Mossy just like, no, hang on a minute.
Yep.
The KTM is not done yet. Fraser just going, well, yeah, might be. Hang on. Look at these two side by side. That is close.
Just gave each other enough space. Beautiful driving from both those guys then.
Just in front of that. Shields, Perkins, Melling. You can see the whole lot of them in camera shot from the helicam there. That is Rando and Wilton actually just tucked up in behind Melling and Mossy there. Oh, Mossy and Fraser, should I say. Oh, Perko having a look on Shields into one. Oh, side by side again. This is well and truly not over. Look at these two.
They're going at it, and I tell you what, Moss has got the straight line, but looks like Fraser's got the aero in the brakes at the moment.
So both GT2 class cars here, the KTM and the Maserati, and these guys are pedaling hard, J-Man.
Yeah, they are. Okay, so Jones a lot closer to Fodorno this time, underneath the wing of Fodorno. Can he catch him? Can he get him up the straight? Easily. Gets beside him. Gets past him.
What's the brake difference, though, again? Like you were saying, J-Man.
Yep.
Over the rear wing of Jones's car. Fodorno, look. Oh, Fodorno sideways. Jones wide. Wow.
That was so close.
Shields and Melling are changing place. Yeah, no, it's Shields and Perkins now. What is going on there? Is it Perko?
There's a lot of shuffling there.
Is that Perko going backwards?
Yeah, it is. Melling's gone down as well.
Let's see if we can just pick up on a replay what's going on there. So that is, we've just picked up at the end of the straight here. Melling caught inside into the right hander at the back, onto the back straight there, out of the back straight.
What's going on with Simpson? He's been in the pits for a fair while. Lily Glass with a incredibly quick pit stop as well, 14 seconds. So, I don't know what that was about, whether that was a fuel situation. G'day, Isaac. Good to have you tuning in.
So, Wilton. Starting to put pressure on Rando. Perkins.
Yeah, he's in turn got pressure on Moss.
Perko starting to put pressure on Webley on. Oh, well, Webley. I don't know whether he's putting pressure on. He's just keeping up with bloody Brimblecombe there. So Shawnee really working hard. Like I said, Rando on Moss now. J-Man. So we saw Fraser and Moss. Moss did not let that happen easily either between himself and Fraser. Fraser looked like he had the pace, but Mossy made him work for it for at least a couple of laps before he could clear that.
Look at Melling now. Got the double. Sorry, not Wilton. Sorry, got the double draft in that one. So he's right with them now. Webley coming to a part of the racetrack where he's very, very strong. This, like John Carter mentioned as well, the mid pace corners don't really favour the GT2s very well at all.
Nah, definitely not. And that is that sort of little twisty bit of the back section there where they struggle. But just give them a bit of straight road, man. Bam, they are gone, and they are. Look at Shields and Perko having a crack, showing the nose.
Big look down the inside.
We are not even 10 minutes into this race. It's just hectic so far. Good, clean start, though. I don't think we've seen a car off track yet, J-Man. Well,
no, I don't believe we have. Super clean.
So yeah, nice and tidy. Just coming down to the 10-minute mark, but some good, solid battles going on. Clearly, we've got one right in front of us here. Nev Shields, Lee Perkins, got the Webley Bremblecombe battle going on as well.
Steve Melling, what's his top speed versus these guys? He's 290k versus Perkins 286 versus Shields. He's 279. You can see Melling tucked right underneath the wing now. Does he pull out and have a look?
He got it though, J-Man. I don't think he has.
He got there just a little too late.
As we look over the rear wing of Nev Shields, and we were just talking Nev up actually earlier in the broadcast, really showing a clean set of hills over the last few rounds here. And it's definitely picking his game up towards the end of 2025 here. But just look at the attitude out of Perko's cars. We continue to look over the rear wing of Neville Shields here. The Perkins.
Can we just, sorry mate, can we just get maybe just an audio check, Dave, on your in-game audio? Seems to be going in and out.
In-game audio. Okay. Let me see if we can work on that.
No car audio, so just check that out. So I'll carry on while we just have a quick look at that. But yeah, it does look very much like Webley's playing the long game here. He's just trying to size up Sean Brimblecombe and work out. I think once he gets through, he'll be fine. He'll actually make the most of the advantage that he gets out of braking and mid-corner speed. However, at the moment, Brimblecombe, once again, 5 rounds in, just doing an absolute stellar job of knowing where to place that car and utilise its horsepower off the corner, its straight line abilities. And we'll see that now as they head up the big back straight, and there'll be just little to nothing the Mustang will do about it. That's not something that we'd commonly... Matty said that is better. So whatever you did, Davo, you're a magician once again. Steve Melling pulls up beside Lee Perkins. He's had a look this time. He was there last time, but decided not to go. This time he's having a crack, and it looks like he's going to go for both of them. And it's all on. We see Perkins jumps out and grabs Melling's draft. Can he get Shieldsy? Shields getting ganged up on here. And Melling does it. He does manage to hold that, but side by side is Lee Perkins and Nev Shields. They'll both have better mid-corner speed than Steve Melling, but Melling holds his line around the outside. A little bit of a touch there with Perkins and Melling. Melling prevails. Still side by side for Perkins and Shields.
And Perkins continues as well. And look at Shields and Perkins now rubbing tyres again.
I'm loving the idea that the 713 car just goes, no, I'm not giving this up, boys. And it's invited Chris Fraser and effectively Phil Rando to the party as well. So this is going to bode well. And look, what do we got? We've got over an hour and a quarter left to run on this thing. With the only pit stop that I've seen was a 14-second stop from Lily Glass. And I may just find out what went on there, Davo. So I might just nip away for a second. I will be back.
Oh, as we just get an eyeball on Shane Frodeau running past Webley after he gives Sean Brimblecombe a tap on the back of the Audi there with the Mustang. So a little bit of pressure for Webley as teammate Shane Frodeau snuck up behind him there. We will actually try and get a replay of that. Let's have a look at this. So you can see Webley starting to feel the pressure from teammate coming up behind him. Taps Brimblecombe. Brimblecombe's just like, yeah, sure, whatever. But it did prop the Mustang of Brandon Webley and allowed Frodeau to sneak past. So interesting little exchange from the boys. Had Shieldsy go backwards majorly there. Perkins doing some seriously radical moves there. How freaking close was that behind Fraser's car? Oh my, we have got to get back and try and get back to the start of this. So Perkins on Melling here. We're going to a 60-second replay of this. Excuse me if there's anything else going on track for the next 60 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, because we've got to watch this. Look at this. Steve Melling out in front. Perko, Shieldsy, and Fraser back there. Look at Fraser shoot past Shields goes, I'm going to grab that draft. Perko's feeling vulnerable. It's all happening as they run down the straight. And here we go. Watch this. Just watch this as it tightens up. Perko.
Oh, it's pretty to watch.
Impressive.
And in the back of shot and live trim, I can tell you now, Rando's just rounded up Nev Shields, and Shields has got a bloody Jordan Moss to contend with shortly as well, because he's on the back of him now. So it's been a tough couple of laps for Nev Shields, David.
It has.
And it still looks like it's pressing on there. Perko still trying to stay with Melling. Chris Fraser, he's come on really, really well.
And so, in all of that, bloody Webley back past teammate Shane Fotterdo, as we saw them change positions only before, just moments before we flick back to that replay there.
Oh, Fraser, Perko.
Oh, look, that doesn't surprise me. Let's have a look at that. Down the end of the straightaway here, and look at it happening. Perkins on the inside. Fraser forces him into the inside there. Super fast corner there, and then they just tighten, and then they just tighten that little bit more. Gets more and more. So some hot battles going on, J-Man. Top three, Antoon, Brimblecombe, Webley. Shane Fotterdo's actually dropped back a little bit there. Come back to the field a little bit. Melling is cleared Perkins, but Perkins has Fraser, Rando, Shields, and Mossy joining that battle as well in the background.
Oh, I just feel for Webley. Every time I look at him, he's right on the bumper of Sean Brimblecombe, and he just cannot work out where to do it. And even if he does it, I think through the sector one where he's working over him at the moment, I feel like Brimblecombe will just pull out on the back straight, and just take it back again. So it's a bit of a tough pill at the moment. But look, Perkins hanging in tough at the moment with Steve Melling, and also Nev Shields, Phil Rando, and Jordan Moss, and now Wilton. This is the one I was hoping that was going to shape up. I was really hoping that Steve Wilton could try and claw onto the back. Inside that 1 second margin onto the back of Jordan Moss, maybe pick up a bit of draft, because based on what I was seeing is Wilton has got a very quick car in a straight line, 292k an hour versus Jordan Moss's 289. So
okay, hang on, we're just going to go back and have a quick look replay here.
Oh, Webley, Brimblecombe.
I'm not sure what happened there.
Yep.
Brimblecombe looked like he got out of the throttle at the end of the straightaway.
Yep.
But I don't know why, because I just don't know why.
Just the speed difference. Webley ran the outside line and managed that. That's the speed difference that you'll see. And now it's going to be a tough deal because he's got Fotterdo with him. But as they come into this first complex sector one, Webley will just make meters under brakes. He'll make meters through these mid to low speed corners, through the first four corners. So you watch this phase of the racetrack here, and this will be all Webley. And Webley's got a 9.5 second margin to try and deal with Phil Antoon, and generally on a night when Antoon this early on's got 10 seconds on you, it's going to be a hard one to pull back.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something look out of place there. Anyway, the Brimblecombe Audi literally just got out of the throttle before. It just didn't look natural. So interesting to see how he goes here.
Yeah,
as they wind up. Here they are again. Yep. And we're going to watch them again run down towards this right-hander at the end of the straight here. Audi blast past. Maybe he was just covering the inside too much. This time.
Watch Webley run the outside line here. There'll be so much pace difference. Runs the inside line this time. A little bit of hip and shoulder, a little bit of contact.
What a battle, these guys. That is awesome. let's get out of the front of Shane Fronado's car, actually, and just watch this as it unfolds in front of him. I think we've got Shields and Mossy changing positions there. Shields going backwards slowly throughout the race so far. J-Man, 20 minutes in.
For company as well, as we see Frodo looking like he's next on the list. A little bit of, just notice Brimblecomb's car just starting to slide a little bit now.
Yeah, it does. So, it just doesn't look like it's got the turn in that it had for the first 20 minutes.
Oh, this is a good battle with Shieldsy, Moss, and Wilton.
Oh, Brimblecombe into one.
Oh,
gets it done.
Chucks it in sideways, sorry.
So Wilton makes a move on Shields. We will try, if I can get my freaking mouse to work, pick up on a replay of that. Here we go. Bam, just picks up the end of it. Oh, Wilton just gives him a bit of a freaking hip shoulder on the way through.
Webley's gotten backwards. So I don't know if you could pick up a replay there, but Webley's gone from P2 to P4.
We can do that. Let's have a look. Excuse J-Man's vaping there, ladies and gentlemen.
That was just a deep breath.
Smoke responsibly. Yeah, so just
Frodo. He's pushing him. He's pushing him up the straight.
Awesome. Plenty going on, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. Over an hour of racing yet to come, and if this is what we're up for, it's going to be an exciting hour of racing, that's for sure.
Did we catch it? Did we see what actually happened there? Or?
No.
Okay. Anywho, back to the action. Frodo trying to chase down Brimblecombe. Webley tucked right on the back of him as well. Looked like he was pushing his teammate up the straight. Just that last lap around. So Perkins still hounding Melling. I think this is going to be a great battle for the duration. I think we saw these guys in qualifying so close to each other. And then obviously Fraser, Rando, Moss, Wilton. Shields, I'm not sure what happened to Shields. Shields looked so good at the start of the race, and he's just ever so slightly just kept drifting back. Try and get a read on that. What does that look like? How many positions? Nev Shields down 7 spots since the start of this race, Davo.
Yeah, going backwards, pretty much gone backwards over the last 20 odd minutes, Shieldsy, but he's fought tooth and nail to keep it together, but yeah, just definitely going backwards there in that car in the Aston Martin. So yeah, tough gig tonight for Shieldsy.
Yeah, Mavis just chilling in the chat, back to racing. Yeah, I don't know how he does it. It's the big back straight, and he's got, what, 11 seconds to contend with. The Webley close to Frodo again now. Pushing him once again, Davo. What's that doing for the mile an hour? Give us a look. Frodo 287, Webley 288.
So look, both these guys taken turns on Brimblecombe actually over the first 20 minutes of this race, and nearly 25 minutes of the race. But neither of them able to make it stick. And so now going full NASCAR and working together, bump drafting down the back straight, try and keep up with the mighty Audi. Look, you can
look at him open the steering up there. Beautiful move, Shane Frodo. But he will just get out dragged here.
Talk mid-corner freaking speed all you like. Have a crack at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the grunt from Brimblecombe as he blasts past, takes the premium line into one and just goes, thanks for coming, boys. Next lap.
Cue the frustration 101.
That is gold. That is freaking gold. Look, what a race. As we get out of the Mustang and Webley, he actually runs very deep through the left-hander there. Loses a whole bunch of time there. Let's just have a quick look at that, see if we can see what happened there. Through the right, into the left, just gets caught a little bit wide there, and lost himself. Good 4 or 5 car lengths there, J-Man. Lee Perkins on Melling, and now it's getting hot.
Yeah, that's starting to heat up, definitely. He's been in this position already several times though, Perko. So, and then they'll just get to this phase of the track and he'll be like, righto.
These guys will be grinning. These guys will be grinning. They love this stuff. Both Steve-O and Perko, they love a good race. It doesn't matter where they are in the field, J-Man. They are back to the Fotterdo, Bristlecombe. We need to look at, and Wilton on Moss. And Wilton on Moss. Here we go.
Yeah, it's a good battle.
And Wilton passed.
No, he can.
So nice work from Steve Wilton. Can he hold that together? That is Shieldsy in the background. We talked about Shields having a bit of a rough one tonight. I mean, the car looks undamaged and it's still pointing in the right direction, but just slowly going back down through the field over the night. Might work better towards the back end of this race. Time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. Time will tell. Lee Perkins. So we've got pretty much 3 battle packs going on here. We've got the Wilton Moss Shields battle going on. We've got the Lee Perkins Steve Melling, fiasco going on. And this, the top, which is just not going away as they start to round up some back markers. That is Rando smartly getting off track and away from these boys as they roll through. So Antoon snuck past him. And then this lot. And you can nearly throw a blanket over these cars here in some sections of the track here, but when it gets down to the straight line stuff, Bristlecombe says, come and catch me, boys.
Yeah.
Because look over the rear wing of the Audi, and they are freaking miles back. But what's this?
We got NASCAR going on again.
Oh, I'm sure we do. I'm sure we do. So look at the closing speeds. Easily half the distance. And again, half the distance again into the next corner. And then again. And then all of a sudden, there's Fotterdo's Giga McLaren tucked well up underneath the rear wing of Bristlecombe's car once again. Right, what a great series, J-Man. What a great series.
Fantastic. Hey, I was looking at Nev Shields there, 7 positions down on the starting position. I'm wondering, is he driving this thing to a fuel number? Is there more at play here, or is that just purely broadcasting speculation? Like, I'm just trying to think. He was so good at the start of this race, and then, is that Webley through? That's Webley through on Fotterdo. Sorry, mate.
Okay, so we're just watching that. So it looks like either Fotterdo run. It looks like Fotterdo might even just gone. Okay, look, you have a crack. I'll push you. I think. So I think these guys tag teaming here a little bit. Just go, mate, I've got nothing. I think the tyres are going to cool down. I'll fucking do something, So you have a go. And so, Webley's turn again to have a crack at Sean Bristlecombe.
Yeah, now Stewie's tuned and he'll be waiting for the cryptic cross grid because it must be getting close to that time.
Oh, it will be getting close.
But I tell you what, Stewie, I don't know if you know a little bit more than us. Well, generally, I think you know more than us anyway. But I just wonder whether that is a scenario with Shieldsy, because the performance drop off from the start of the race and based on his qualifying position just something doesn't add up there. So he's a very calculated customer, and I'm pretty sure if he wants to drive to a number, that definitely he could. So maybe there's something a little bit more at play. An Antoon live interview. What would we talk about? Fresh air, the birds and the bees.
If he's got his mic turned on. But God, look, if anybody we could distract, it would be Phil. But it's kind of plenty. Look at Shields. Shields on Mossy here.
Yeah.
Having a big look. I think Shields already has lost a position to Moss. So this Shields car just starting to come in to sync.
It's
just phasing right.
Best lap of a 56.3, last lap of a 56.8. So he's consistent, but what I'm thinking is he's consistently driving to a number. I might just spend a little bit of time just watching Shields' throttle trace and just see what I can see there.
Out of the front of Perkins' car, Lee Perkins, Perko, chasing down Melling. These guys going at it. Two cool customers. Consummate mid-pack races, these two. Always up for a race. Doesn't matter where they stand on the totem.
I reckon you know, Steve.
And going hard at it, J-Man. Webley back out in front of the pair of
who's that?
Webley, Farlado. That is Melling. A bit of a lip up there from Melling.
Slip up, but
it's
hey,
just that
this
run
phase
wide.
of the racetrack where he's just going to go, sweet as mate. It was momentary. I'll just grab you back here.
It's just those change of directions. You know, they're just getting caught up and then they just get offline and bam. That's all it takes. And look at this.
He's pushing him.
I don't think he is yet, mate. But it's bloody close, I tell you.
He didn't want to go past. He did not want to go past. 100% he backed out of that.
And that Maserati clearly should be going quicker than that BMW as we get back up to the pointy end here. And the pointy end says Webley starting to put pressure back on to the Audi. And the Audi with a big slip out in the final corner there.
Big slip.
You would expect to see some vulnerability right there, but you don't because it just takes off because it's got so much punch in a straight line and it just takes off.
It's the 130 shot of nitrous and boosts out of there.
It just boosts out of there, absolutely.
But this is where Webley will be good. Down through here, under brakes. Okay, what else we got going on? Moss Shields, that's still a good battle going on.
It is still very close between those two. That battle continues as the boys up the pointy end out on the back straight again. And the Audi steps away. Also, Phil Turner, Joe Grimmer. A couple of really top-looking cars, these two. The Tic Tac BMW.
Yeah, very, very cool.
And the Joe Grimmer Datsun, who actually last season, that car actually won the best skinned car on the grid, J-Man, from MATCHFIT Entertainment. So, and a prize went out to Joe Grimmer for that said car. Looks fantastic as always, and definitely worthy of driving it again this season again.
Shout out to Chris Fraser and Phil Rando as well, mate. P9 and P10 respectfully. And we see Webley get through on Brimblecombe, and then a big touch-up. Big touch-up. Webley off the track.
Just trying to pick that up on the
replay on that just to see, unpack what actually happened there.
We did pick up on the replay there, and it continues to play a J-Man. So inside from the Mustang, now outside from the Mustang, now outside from the Audi. And these guys continue on, a little bit of a rub and a touch. And the Audi just boosts up, and there was a Mustang in the way. So basically, that's what was going on there. Brimble going.
Caught him on the rear. Yep.
Yeah, just touched him on the rear there, boosting up. Yep. Like I mentioned, Wilton has gone back 2 positions. We will try and pick up on a little bit of a replay of that. So Steve probably doesn't want me to show this, but too bad, Farmer. We are going to get this right up on the stream live, and there it is. Unforced error from Steve-O Wilton. And who's that sneaking past? Geordie Moss and Neville Shield.
Just worked it up on the inside curve, eh?
Yeah, just
not too bad, just enough.
Just got the wheels up on the inside whipple strip, tripoded the car a little bit, got a little bit loose in the back, and that's all it takes. What is going on at the front here? Brimblecombe is clearly not keen to redress anything that went on earlier there, but
yeah, well, Webley's sent out one of the boys to go and sort him out.
I think he has. And he's got the crosshairs on. And again, that closing speed, but again, big wriggle from Fotado, trying to stop the McLaren.
What have they been on tyres? How long have they been on the set of tyres now?
Wow, what are we looking at? 35 minutes, Jamie. And so,
okay, so not overly. Yeah, they should be still well inside the comfort zone. Shields, Moss. It's a good battle. Allen really rolled out of that Perkins battle as well.
He has Shields showing the nose on the KTM, looking. That is Steve Welton after not long losing a position to those two boys. Just trying to stay in touch there, J-Man. And quite possibly might get that position, or at least one of them back anyway, so.
Yeah, Shane's front damage, maybe the slightest little rub on it, I think.
Let's have a look. It was damaged actually very early in the race, the front of Fotodo's car. It had a bit of a nick on the front of it anyway, so a little bit elbows out stuff in the first couple of laps, so they're going out. So Shieldsy into the pits, first of the pit stoppers, J-Man.
Yeah, it is, because the Lily Glass stop, the 14-second stop, that was actually just to repair a little bit of damage incurred with a bit of contact with Phil Turner on lap 1. So unscheduled stop for Lily early just to repair the car a little bit. And then, first of the official stops would effectively be Nev Shields. So,
yep.
And I can tell you it was a 13-second splash and dash. Opting to run the tyres out is Nev Shields.
Oh,
and
really?
Just
there you
grab
go.
a little bit of fuel. So there you go. So very much a tyre conservation run, and a real planned strategy here. So expect Nev to actually pick up some cars once they make their pit stops, because this is the strategy he's playing for, is a splash and dash. Love to see it. Love to see guys back themselves in the scenario of endurance racing. Phil Turner now, he's engaged in a good battle with Uncle Joe. Has been for quite some time as well. They're just up the road too from a freshly pit stopped
Shieldsy. Yep. So I would suspect, would expect, should I say, to see that Shields, Nev Shields, Aston Martin, the 770 car, get engaged with those two pretty promptly in the next half a lap or so. So just watch that space. We've still got Fotado chasing down Brimblecombe in distance. Here they come around this right-hander, the stripy outfield of Paul Ricard. Instantly recognisable, and that is Brandon Webley in back of a shot. You can see there. Yep. Yes, too true, Matty. Just seeing you chatting up there. Yes, the tyres will be a little bit sketchy after a spin like that. Wilton in the pit, man, in the Maserati.
Yeah, so we've seen a 13-second splash and dash from one of the GT3s, aka Nev Shields, and it'll be interesting to see the scenario. I would expect that all our GT2 drivers will be opting for a tyre change.
As we look over to the rear wing of Joe Grimmer's car here, and as we suspected, Shieldsy starting to put pressure on the back of this little battle that these guys have. They're quite happy having a little fight amongst themselves here, weren't they? Now Shieldsy says it's like, okay, come on, let's play hard. And here he goes, straight away on Turner. Has he got the overlap? Not yet, but he will. And there it is.
Yeah, there'll be no flags there too, because he basically went in ahead of them on the same lap.
That's for position.
So,
yeah, that's for position. Yep.
100%.
And
So,
look at the gain immediately. As soon as he's passed the Tic Tac BMW, directly up under the wing up the Datsun, and looking to make some gains pretty promptly. He needs to keep moving if his strategy is going to work, I suspect, J-Man.
yeah. And Farmer just gets out the way, being shown blue flags for Brimblecombe and Fotterdo. And then he'll have another one very shortly for Webley. Now, Farmer opted for the tyre. It was a 38-second stop, so a little bit snaggy.
Yep.
But
38 seconds, yep.
Got the job done. He'll be fueled and tired, ready for the run home.
Out of the front of Turner's car. Trying to dispatch Joe Grimmer here. Joe knows he's got no blue flag. So Joe holding his own. He knows it's for position. Oh, and there it is.
Probably just got that a little wrong and turned down on Joe there.
Just ever so slightly too, mind you, J-Man. But plenty of G-load on those cars. We will actually just pick up on a replay of that, because those boys were fighting tight there. Oh, and Turner luckily not getting caught up in that, actually sneaks past, and that is Antoon, the leader of the race.
That's our race leader, yeah.
Actually sneaking up in behind that little incident there. So plenty going on.
Yeah, and good call too, Stu. We haven't talked about that tonight, but obviously endurance race, I don't think it'd matter what track you're on. I think drive-throughs through track limits are certainly on the cards. And is that Brimblecombe in? Brimblecombe... No, that's Brimblecombe with a redress. I think he's looking to readdress Webley here.
Okay, so we might just see... Oh, Brimblecombe. Is that Brimblecombe in pits? Did you say he went into the pits there? Hang on. Here we go. So we've got a replay here, ladies and gentlemen. Brimblecombe running up into the final corner here. It looks like he's off the throttle a little bit anyway, but we'd expect that from the GT2 car there. Oh, fakes it towards the pits, lets Fotterdo past, which clearly we saw on the time.
Redressing Webley, mate.
So you think he's trying to work his way back to Webley and redress that situation, and quite possibly a J-Man. And here we are now with Webley in behind Brimblecombe. Brimblecombe can get on the podium of this race without, even with redressing this situation. So that car is, and Sean's skills, with the power of that Audi and Sean's skills, is more than capable of getting this done. And he's going to do it clean here, and it looks like just letting the Mustang of Brandon Webley pass. He's like, mate, I'm going to let you pass, but just hurry it up, will you? We've got to chase Shane. So as we see that exchange go down there. So nice work from Sean getting that done. Look, even
okay, Matty just calling short pit entry. Maybe he noticed he was over speed. Might not have been able to arrest it. That'd be interesting.
Quite possibly.
Yep.
But it still doesn't explain the redress to Webley there. Yep. So here we go. There it is. And I think there was a little bit from both columns there, Matty.
Yeah.
Definitely short pit lane, and I think he still, back of mind, wanted to redress the Webley incident there. So interesting stuff here. Oh, look, the strategies, the mind games, J-Man, going down here. We are about half.
Tuned into Shawnee's bloody live stream.
Oh, probably.
Good call. Very good call. Brimblecombe, Jones, Enright, all in the lane as we speak. So big flurry of activity around that halfway mark, Davo, is probably predicted by a few to maybe split this thing down the middle. So get a read on some pit stop times.
Jones hits the blocks.
Lily Glass, mate, who stopped 35 seconds.
Fraser in as well. Melling in. Enright in. They're all in. Not could have it.
32-second stop for Brimblecombe's a good stop. Very, very good stop.
and back out on track, and he will be focused, J-Man. The Audi is quick. Sean is quick in this car and in this series so far, so no surprise. He will
go
be
for speeding and pit lane for the 96 car. That is Aaron Enright.
He will be knuckled down and looking forward now, as like J-Man just mentioned, Aaron Enright with a stop go. Ew, ouch. 30-second stop go, that will feel like 30 minutes. But joys of pit stops, really, isn't it? Here we go. Brandon Webley in the pit lane, J-Man, as is Shane Fonato right in front. So a couple of giggers rolling into the pit lane together.
Yeah, this is important stuff too, to see where Sean Brimblecombe comes out. He did a 32-second stop. Looking at those stops there, that flurry that we just had, Sean Brimblecombe 32, Jarks 33, Enright 35, plus a stop go 30 to add to his pain on that one. Obviously, we saw Nev Shields with a good little strategy call there, 13 seconds of fuel, bolsters his stocks up the field, and likely going to grab one more spot to go provisionally P10, with Enright having to trundle through for a 30-second unscheduled stop after that penalty, and then Steve Melling with a 32-second stop, so he's likely going to leapfrog Enright as well.
As we see Brimblecombe just rounding the second to last corner and in through the kink, both the Giga Boys, second and third on the jacks at the moment. There goes Fonato, cars Fonato off the jack. Here we go. Brimblecombe, so he comfortably gets that. But not Webley. Not Webley. So, yeah, interesting stuff. And look, the pace of the Audi, oh God, you just can't take away from that pace. Rando, Perkins, and Enright clearly, obviously, Enright back in the pits with a 30-second, and Antoon just rolls in as well. J-Man back a shot. And mind you, I just saw, I think that...
Shields grabs Perkins.
That was bloody Shieldsy rolling past, that's right.
Well, so, who was that? Was that Steve Melling just... Oh, he's parked up on Perkins into turn 1, turn 2. That battle commences. Melling on a fresh tyre now. We saw him give that one up at the back end of stint 1. But he's not giving it up now.
Oh, these guys going at it. And like we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, these two will be grinning from ear to ear. These guys love to race. It doesn't matter where they are on the totem, J-Man, wherever they are in the field, these guys like to race. And so, battles galore.
Webley's best pit stop ever. Yeah, we're still 40 seconds, but arguably you could be right there.
Still 40 seconds.
Yeah. 33 seconds for Antoon is a very, very good stop as well. So he had about, I think he had about a week and a half's lead anyway, so he'll be fine.
He'll be okay. He'll be okay. As we see Greeny roll into the pit lane, J-Man, for his official pit stop. 41 plus minutes to go now, ladies and gentlemen. Back half the race. You can see on the totem there who has pit stopped and who hasn't. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think most of the freaking field has stopped.
I tell you what, the pace of this race and then the way things have shaken out with Brimblecombe and Webley and Fonato. If we go back to that graphic that you showed earlier, Davo, with the championship. Currently as it stands, with obviously Phil Antoon well out in front, Jordan Moss still to make a stop, and then Fonato likely going to shake back into P2. Then provisionally Brimblecombe at this point of the race, if it was to end now, would be P3, would still have Fonato in the box seat and championship trim. But I tell you what, it hasn't been all that way. If we counted up the laps led, well, obviously Antoon's going to take that mantle all day, but the next cars, you could argue that Brimblecombe's been in front of Webley and Fonato significantly more throughout the phase of this race, the early phase of this race. So, you know, championship-wise, he had himself and still has himself in a good position. However, it favours Shane Fodato right now. So Shane will be pretty happy at the minute if he can press on and build on this lead. He has got around about 2.5 seconds on Bramblecombe. Traffic can play into that, though. Fraser now in a great battle with Darren Green post pit stops. And I would say that Fraser's going to make pretty light work of the Ride the Lightning McLaren up the big back straight, and he does. No argument there from Greenie. Some rain would be nice.
Yeah, fuck yes. Oh, excuse me, did I?
It probably would.
that came out. Sorry.
Yeah. If Davo says the swear jar, he might cry enough to get a bit of precipitation out there. We'll give him that one. He doesn't slip up too often these days. Jordan Moss doing a good job there, sitting P2 provisionally, obviously running the long strat. Davo, where can you see Jordan Moss coming out? I'll do some mathematics and see where he's looking.
I don't know where he was actually. I think
22.
He was back around the Steve Wilton mark, but Steve, Farmer had a bit of a spin. So
he's between Rando and Fraser.
You reckon?
Oh, sorry, no, he's between Perkins and Rando by my calculations.
You think so? I thought he would have been Fraser Green, maybe, or somewhere down there. But anyway, it's it's splitting hairs, I tell you. But it's going to be in about that area.
Drive-through track limits for car 74.
Who is 74? It is Steve Welton. We were just talking about him. So,
so sorry, no, it very much looks like, I think it might be between Rando and Fraser will be where Jordan Moss will come out.
Well, now Wilton's out of the bloody picture as well, so still going to have any strife there. Yes. Closest cars on track as we speak, ladies and gentlemen, is Perkins Melling. So let's get back to it.
No surprises there.
Perko, we're on the back straight. So, hence, Perko about 8 car lengths behind the Maserati. But watch this space. The closing speed's down into the first kink. Halve. And then halve again. And then halve again as they go through these multiple apexes. Look at that.
Good call, Stewie.
Track limits for the train driver? Go figure. Oh, that is as funny as...
Yeah, that's good call. Stewie, mate, he must have a good sleep last night. He's got some good calls today.
Awesome stuff. Okay. Oh, he's on fire. He's on fire. What's going on?
Well, the 33 car is really starting to mount some sort of attack on the 713 of Steve Melling. So that's Lee Perkins.
Melling has the Bramblecombe eyes on at the moment. He's just like, yeah. I'll just deal with you, and then chase me, come at me, because in a straight line, the Maseratis just got plenty, and it's showing every single lap at the moment. But these two just going hard at it at the moment. Like you said, Geordie Moss, how far can this car go? How long can this car go on those tyres, you think? Is it the tyres or fuel? It's going to run out of something.
Yeah, no, definitely, because we heard Lily call that the car holds 120 litres. Mathematically, she thought the car needed about 157 litres to make race.
Okay. So he could run 3/4 maybe of the race.
Yeah, he's probably
on fuel.
Maybe call it another 10 minutes tops in it.
And it's a pretty handy car. It's one of the lighter cars in the field. So the rubber might go that long as well. So...
another interesting scenario that's going to develop over the next, obviously, 35 minutes 50, but I think it'll be sooner than that, is Nev Shields starting to really stretch those tyres out. Remember, he opted for the
no tyre stop, yes,
no tyre strategy, so he's in a great position at the moment, P7. However, Steve Melling, Lee Perkins, I've just watched that margin come down by nearly a second. Well, it actually has come down by a second in the last lap, so Shields is going to have a bit of
drive through Sharks.
227, Jamie and Jones. So Stewie, very, very sharp on the calls tonight. Talked about drive-throughs through track limits, and it's really starting to come into its fruition at the moment as
Absolutely.
we see another one.
And a big wriggle actually for Melling.
So that's great for Shieldsy, Melling, Perko, because they'll all gain from that.
So quick replay of Melling, just trying to get this Maserati stopped here. Just gets a bit of a wriggle into one. Allows Perko to range right back up. Perko's BMW always looks a bit loose. I think it's machine driver. I think they're both a bit loose, to be honest. But suit each other. But here we are on the back straight, and the Maserati of Steve Melling, no matter what happened in T1, is a freaking bullet in a straight line. And look at it go. That is Shieldsy in front there, and Melling. That Maserati looks like it is hunting down Shields at the moment.
Yeah, look, it's down to 1.8. When I first looked, it was 3.7, 3.8 seconds. So that'll be a tyre factor coming in, and Shieldsy may look a little bit beyond that. Maybe Perko and Melling, and see where Rando is, because he's another 10 seconds down the track, and could it be something like that might come into play? I still think that Jordan Moss lapping at 156 sevens at the moment is probably still looking between Rando and Fraser at the minute. Because they're both on that similar pace as well, 56 sevens. It's not till we jump into 55 and a half.
Okay, but in saying that, we're talking about how handy maybe the KTM is on tyres, and we know it needs fuel. Does he do a no tyre stop and challenge with the lack of time in the pits? And here we go. Jones obviously rolling.
He's done a drive-through.
Drive-through. So drop. We need to get back to this Melling battle here. We know Melling's chasing down Shields. Shields doesn't have the rubber to fight these guys if and when. Well, it's going to be when they catch him. We've got over 32 minutes to go. They will catch him. And Perkins pushing Melling at the moment. So he's Melling's got the eyes on. I think he's really focused on Shields and probably not looking in the mirror too much.
We might see Moss come in here too, because Fonado's just caught him up.
And there's contact, and Fonado, only just keeps that car pointing in the right direction here. We'll just get a little bit of a feed here. We'll go back 30 seconds and just look at the body language of these two cars. As Fonado, I know, but Fonado, one of the leading cars, as is Moss at the time, ranging up on the back and rapidly gets the nose underneath. Good overlap and a little bit of contact. And how solid was the KTM? Like it hardly even happened. It's carried on. So McLaren just spears off into the infield. But nonetheless,
the off the neck, and
it's pretty much like that, wasn't it? What the hell is that? But look at Fonado again. Just starting to push that gap once again. Perkins on Melling.
1 second now, the margin, Melling to Shields. He is coming.
Who's that? And look in the back a shot there. That is a recovering Jones.
Damien Jones.
Yeah, and he'll be coming in hot too in the Audi. He'll want to dispatch these three boys pretty sharply, I suspect.
How's Antoon at the moment? Best lap of a 53.7. Last lap round, 53.8. Obviously, he is by way of new tyres. Fastest lap of the race is Webley with a 53.68.
So what does Moss do this time? Sorry, J-Man, to interrupt. He's just coming into the final complex of corners here. Does he go now? It's still 30 minutes. It's 2/3 through the race.
Yeah, I don't know. He's definitely playing a long game here. So here goes Fondo,
same move.
Again. Yeah, Moss awake to it this time. Didn't want any contact.
Look at the punch from the KTM though. Yeah. Literally, it looks like he's got to back off to stay behind him there.
Yep.
And Brimblecombe in the background. No
so
wonder. This is what
Brimblecomb's hands.
Oh, absolutely. No wonder Fondo was so urgent trying to get past Mossy there earlier. Like you said, it's no blue flags. This is for position. So these guys, Mossy, well within his rights to be where he was at the time, J-Man. And like you said, it was almost like a what slapping the mosquito off your neck sort of
Melling
incident.
Shields, mate. Melling Shields, that's shaping up.
It's just not going away, is it? Look at these three. Jacques in the background, making slight gains. Still pushing. Brimblecombe, 2/10 behind the KTM. Look at this happen. Bam! Pass goes Sean.
And that's just pulled him that much closer to Shane Fondo, isn't it?
Just that little exchange, that one lap before this lap that we're on at the moment, that little exchange between himself, Moss and Fondo, just allowed Brimblecombe to range up, and then again, Shane has to have another crack at Moss. Yep. Again, just those slight losses, and here it goes. It's only a matter of time. Here comes the Maserati.
Look how quickly Nev Shields jumped back in the draft because he knows that Perkins and Jones are coming as well. So he just wants every little bit he can get at the minute. Oh, it's a hold your breath moment through the double or the triple right-handers. It's now Shields, he's got to contend with Perko. Perko out really, really wide, but looking to cut back down. Nearly worked out for him there. It's a battle royale with Shields, Perkins, Jones. Steve-O already just making a little bit of margin. We've got Perkins right to the outside down the pit straight.
Oh, he's rubbing the door handles on there. Look at Jones. Jones is like, are you guys having a party up here? I'm in.
Right on the apron.
Right on the apron. Literally mirrors up against the wall. Here we go, Jones. Overlap. Into the right-hander here, through this little left-hand kink. Look out.
Perko must be thinking, what have I got to do, mate? I just wanted to go with Melling.
And then where's Melling? He's in front of freaking... It's in front of Shields. So, these guys working hard for their positions, J-Man. We like to see that. That is good stuff. Moss and Webley changing positions there just in the background. We will actually just pick up on a replay of that as we get over the rear wing of the KTM at the back end of the straight. Look at the turn in from that Mustang. Bam. Mossy out wide. The Mustang passed. So nice work. Jones making short work of
Shields.
Of Shields as well. No surprise there. Gets it done. Obviously with Perko only a couple of corners before, so plenty going on, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, this is legit. This will see effectively, like Webley's coming though, 2.3 seconds away from the back of Sean Brimblecombe. Moss is going to pull himself out of this party once he pit stops.
Of course he is. Of course he is. Yep.
That'll see Antoon over Fondo over Brimblecombe over Webley. There's still a big question mark for me around Brimblecombe and Webley at the finish of this race, whether or not Webley can get him back and then that thing there. However, what it does tell me is that Melling Jones certainly in for a top 5, top 6 between those guys. I think probably Jones is probably going to have a good crack at Steve Melling here. I think top speed wise, what do we got? We got Hey, look, they're comparable. 292 plays 290, so much of a muchness. But definitely two cars that are going to be, potentially inside the top 5.
Yep.
One of them is, anyway. And then obviously Perko, still with a lot of pressure on Shields at the moment. There's still a lot of fight left in this battle. And then obviously Moss. I'm still saying Moss is going to shake out. 57.3, 57.6 is for
Rando Fraser.
It's still somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Still somewhere around there.
Yeah, because the Perkins Shields Melling Jarks battle is way ahead of that. Like these guys are just in another groove.
It's about 12 seconds ahead of that.
Yeah. So plenty going on, ladies and gentlemen. Jarks on the move, chasing. Look at the Audi chase down the Maserati here.
I think under the draft it might just have a little bit too much. Yeah, see, Jones just pulled 294 then. So he grabbed another 2k an hour underneath the wing. Now Perkins, Shields, side by side.
Perko gets it.
Yeah, that's just rubber for you. That's just fresher rubber. Beautiful to watch. So Jones didn't get it done that time, Melling. Still holds him off. Oh, Shields and Perkins go at it again, swapping positions again on the final turn.
Don't let up for these guys. This 4 guys here, Melling, Jarks. Well, Jarks is late into the party, really. Like he's just passing through. But Melling's Perkins Shields going hard at Shieldsy. He will be feeling the lack of tyre grip underneath him, no doubt, as we start to wind down through this race. And as I say that, let's give away a little bit of a sneaky
crossword,
keyword crossword thing here, ladies and gentlemen. We've given away 4 already. Just quickly, while it's a little bit of a lull in the racing here. Obviously, you can see them there. The first one, Davo's favourite fruit. It's a no-brainer. Drivers, pit for fuel, and and the theme goes on. The clue, the number 5 clue on round 5 is... Stewie, are you ready? 3 steps and a bottle of champagne. What does that mean? Where are you at? What are you on? Where could you be if you're on one of those 3 steps with a bottle of champagne? Ladies and gentlemen, bam.
Oh, it's so bloody fast, mate. Look at that. Straight away.
And we're... It's got to be quick. Got to be quick, Wally.
Bloody fast. There you go. Podium is cryptic word number 5. Well done, Stewie, once again. Well done, Wazza.
Well done.
Well done to everybody else that's got them. Like I said, keep writing them down. It's getting closer to one of you being able to solve maybe the whole thing.
Yes. The more words that go into the cryptic crossword, the easier it does get to solve. Well, for some, anyway. Thanks, everybody, for giving it a crack. Thanks again, viewers, for joining in once again. Hit the like button, please. Hit the like button. Support the channel and support Asrnz. Remember to... our theme for the rest of the year is mental health, guys. So just reach out to your mates if you're struggling. Reach out to professionals. Reach out to your mates. Or reach out to a couple of crazy monkeys like J-Man and myself. Mate, there's always an ear that's willing to listen, so don't forget that. We are giving away shit again. We gave away $50 to Kenny for his number 68 Mustang, the CQ Steel Industry car, for the best painted car already this year. We're going to give $100 Davos away for that cryptic crossword, and probably a shirt, because we have a few up our sleeve. Pardon the pun. Yeah, just stay tuned. Hit the like button. Stay tuned. Get comfy.
Some numbers, Davo.
We're crunching numbers. We have the
MATCHFIT.
Perkins. Yes, we have that live at the moment. But yes.
The numbers are Jordan Moss goes for a splash and dash, similar to what?
Okay.
Similar to what maybe Nev Shields did. I'm going to say that sees him play into just behind Nev Shields on corrected order.
Yep.
Is where I'm saying. So.
Yep.
46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Yeah. Okay, it's definitely behind Shieldsy, but it's definitely in front of Rando. So it'll be a good net gain, I think, for Mossy when he decides to do it. And look, when does he decide to do it? Under 20 minutes of this race left to go. He certainly backed the strategy here, had a couple of weeks off and come back to the first of the Enduros for the season and really come up with a formula here in that KTM.
To, for sure.
Put something together.
Oh, absolutely. And it's just anything can happen. But yeah, look, ladies and gentlemen, these 4 cars here, where it's at, J-Man going hard.
I've got one eye on Webley on Brindlecombe, and then I've got the other one.
I know. It's starting to heat up. It is starting to heat up at the top. We are suffering.
Oh, look at Jones here. Got so much straight line speed. Couldn't get it done. Pulls back in. And then Perkins, Shields. They just cannot sort this out.
It's not over. It's not over. Jones, like you said, and Melling still going out as well. And Webley, Brindlecombe. It is J-Man that we have just got to keep a sneaky eye on as well, because that's starting to ramp up towards the end of the race as well. Hope we are not getting too much buffering in the background. My YouTube's flashing at me going, your bit rate's wrong. And I don't think it is, but anyway, let's fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen, we stay connected and keep this show on the road for another bloody 20 minutes or so, because we need to talk to some people, and there's 17 plus minutes to roll in this race as we wind down here tonight in Asrnz's 2025, round 5 of Asrnz's 2025 GT Series, GT2s and GT3 cars pipped together. If you haven't already freaking worked that out, because it's been pretty epic because of it. And we continue to watch that epicness as Brandon Webley ranges up on the back of Sean Brindlecombe J-Man GT3 Mustang, steered by none other than Brandon Webley, trying to chase down the rocket-powered freaking Audi of Sean Brindlecombe J-Man. Look, these guys have been going at this the whole season so far. Like, seriously, it's not just this. Not just this race.
Jones with another big
and
look.
It's on. We got cams on.
And he's got through this time.
It would sneak back to a little quick sneaky replay out of the back of Steve Melling's car. Look at that Audi. Look at the closing speed. Bam, he's beside him. We get out the front of Steve Melling's car. And, how close was the cutback from Jones to grab the optimum line. Wow. Very, very close. Shieldsy and Perkins still going at it, but this is the delta that we were sort of hoping would sneak closer together again, and it's the Webley Brindlecombe Delta J-Man, and it is starting to tighten up.
Moss in the pits, so we're going to
here we go.
Here.
Check those
11
numbers,
seconds
Jamie.
of fuel, so that was
there you go. There you go. No freaking tires. What's this? Look at that. That's Jones.
Yeah.
Here comes Melling. Melling gets caught in.
So that
Jones runs deep at 1. Runs straight through. Wow. Let's get a replay of that.
Wow. That's a smart play.
Whew. Like I was saying, the KTM handy on tyres and pretty good on fuel. I just wondered whether he was going to do that. How quick is that pit stop again? Remind us how quick that pit stop.
11 seconds.
My, what was Shieldsy's? Because
So look at the.
He did the same thing. Look at Shields and Perkins now. Shields passed Perkins in the replay.
Yep. And then also,
that surprises me, actually.
Look at these three though. Look at Melling, Moss, and Jarks. You cannot take your eyes off of that. They're trading positions. Moss went to the P5 spot. Then Melling took it. Jarks is sitting in there. He's trying to take it back. It is absolutely on. Shields and Perkins have traded. I think Shields is doing an amazing job on this set of tyres.
Oh, totally. So Jarks must have redressed his off-track excursion. So he went really way off track on T1, and he's a very clean racer. So he's pulled that back, jumped in behind these two boys, and he's going, okay, well, let's have another crack at this. And it's on. It is on. They got some back markers as well, and you can just see back a shot there, Lee Perkins and Nev Shields as well. Man,
who's he got coming?
Well,
Phil Turner.
Oh,
I think Phil Turner up ahead of them. Now Moss now chasing
Look
Melling.
at Moss. Look at the closing speed on Moss's car. And this thing has not taken tyres. But here we go. The overlap from Jones. Down into the right hand here. Moss surely. Oh, Jones pulls back on it.
Man, Moss just threw that thing in there then, just knowing that he had the grip. And this thing's on the same set of tyres as well. So, very impressive. Thing really does.
Mate, it has literally done an hour and over 15 minutes worth of racing.
Yep.
It's impressive stuff. 75 minutes worth of racing so far from that green KTM. Jordan Moss at the wheel. J-Man doing a stellar job. Brandon Webley still chasing down Brimble. Lee Perkins is still on Shieldsy, but here we go, Jones on, and see, look, that was always going to happen here. Maybe a little bit of aero wash there from the KTM, or just a bit unsighted in the corner, but then he runs wide again there a little bit. Maybe it's a KTM thing, I don't know, but that is what we're seeing on track at the moment. So the battle continues. The little KTM drives a little bit like a GT3 car in some parts of the track, doesn't it? It's just got the closing speed and the mid-corner speed is very much like a GT3 car. But it's still got the punch in the straight line. So it's a very clever little car that, but up against that Audi, which is a Goliath power-wise, it just takes off. Look at Shields and Perkins here.
I was going to say, Shields kind of compromised on the exit, and I tell you what, Perko's right there.
Well, if anyone's going to keep you honest, it's going to be Lee Perkins, a.k.a. Perko, into one here, and that BMW, the number 33 Looney Tunes car. Shieldsy will be the sick of the side of that thing by the end of this race. But look, I agree with you. You mentioned it a few minutes ago. Stellar job from Shieldsy on this rubber. Like, seriously. He's on the same rubber as freaking Mossy in the little tiny KTM, and he's in a big bad Aston Martin. So doing a stellar job, and to hold out someone like Perko as well, mate. So we've got to get up the pointing end here just quickly, Jane, because Perko, should I say Webley,
Webley right on the back of Brimblecombe.
Brimblecombe now, and this is tightening up, and we are getting down to the business end of this race. We're nearly 10 minutes left to go. That is Fodder, you can see in shot. These guys are close, ladies and gentlemen. So this could ramp up towards the end. Jones on Melling is tightening up as well. Jones a little bit in recovery mode after, what was it, a stop-go, a drive-through for track infringements, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, he got the drive-through for over ambitious use of the black stuff.
He's a little bit overzealous.
Yeah. But however, he's been all good since then. So,
Yep.
yeah, Shields and Perkins a great battle for me. Great strategy call for Jordan Moss on the splash and dash. But big shout out has to go at this point with 10 minutes to go. Phil Antoon's got 37 seconds
Wow.
margin over Shane Fodorou. Now that's a statement.
Freaking wow. You
Yeah.
serious? That
Over
is.
half a minute on the quality of Fodorou, Webley, Brimblecombe and co. Really just shows that, you know, like, irrespective of what's gone on behind him, he's had a pair of eyes for going forward and going fast all night, because that is phenomenal. Last lap round of 54.3, best lap of a 53.7. So around about 6 or 7 tenths of difference.
Oh, look, Joe, man. Look, there's a handful of guys we have seen over the years that really know how to win races, and in that list is Phil Antoon, my friend.
Yep.
he definitely knows how to win a race. He puts it together well, and doesn't ever seem very stressed about it when we talk to him after it. He's a very, very cool cucumber. So, I don't know. Is it the Brimblecombes and the Webleys and the Fodorous that maybe don't have that same ability? Where I tell you what, we have seen Webley and Fodorous and Brimblecombe win races in this series, J-Man. So anything could happen here tonight. We've got under 10 minutes. Under 10 minutes to go.
Perko with a big look. The end of the back straight then. Like I said, he does have the luxury of slightly better rubber, or certainly a lot better. However, I think the edge may have gone off of his as well, because he just doesn't look like he has got as much grip as he had when he first started fighting Shieldsy. So I just think the fight that Shieldsy put on for Perko will appreciate.
Oh, look, you put it in perspective, though. He didn't change tyres. I mean...
No.
Really, like, loads of respect as they roll out of the final corner. And again, Shields just lets Perko get up on the inside of him there, but they got a left-hander coming up. Yep. I mean, he's still got the rights to the corner here.
Webley gets it.
He's got it done. Has he got it done, though?
We saw them with contact here earlier on.
So we're going to watch this again. We will let these guys just go through the motions here a little bit. Oh, God, I don't even know whether I want to go back to a replay, because this could ramp up. And this is where we saw the contact earlier. Oh, my, no! Did I just... Oh.
Rinse and repeat.
Just put the commentator's curse on him. My God. Okay, let's watch this. Let's go back a minute. Let's just unpack it, J-Man. Replay.
It, mate.
So back down the back straight, Mustang behind the rocket ship that is the Audi. So here we go. Closing. He's got the thermals locked in. Here's the pass. So there's the position change. Through the tightest of the right-hand apexes there. Brimblecombe makes him work for it, holds him tight, pushes him wide here because of it. Again, holds him tight with a little bit slightest of overlap on the outside. Holds Webley tight, and bam, there it is. That little bit of contact. I don't even know what to say. I'm just... These guys... Well, if nothing else, they're freaking racing hard. That's for sure. Awesome stuff to watch. Ladies and gentlemen, back to the live action. Nev Shields, Lee Perkins, Brimblecombe, Webley. Oh my God, no. I've got to get back up here. Hang on, sorry, Lee and Nev. 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, we're close. We are close. Get towards the end of this one as Lily just lets these guys go. Jark's now starting to make some inroads into Melling as well. Melling's had pretty much the control of this the last sort of 4 laps over Jones, but Brimblecombe, Webley is that the final sting in the tail. Webley getting through there.
Might
They're
be.
going to be able to just do enough.
Has Shieldsy got it for another 3 laps, J-Man?
I don't know.
I reckon he has. I reckon he has.
Yep.
Hey, can Brimblecombe break Webley in the next 3 or 2.5 or 3 laps as they round turn 1? That Audi still looks menacing, J-Man. Like, seriously, it through the first sector, it looks like it's got enough pace on the GT3 car that when it gets out onto the back straight, he's going to walk past him, but he's got to block him down the back through the back sector here, eh?
Well, what I know is he needs to be closer than 0.7 of a second when they come out onto the back straight, because that's what he had last time, and he couldn't do it.
Perko chasing overlap on Shields on the outside. Wow! And Perkins wide. Or sideways.
Good battle.
Neville just like going, yeah, mate.
Oh, here comes Brimblecombe. He was close enough onto the big back straight.
Here we go.
Perko down the inside.
Choo.
And Brimblecombe gets through on Webley.
Here we go now. He's got to cover. Oh, can he cover? We've seen him so close here before. Brimblecombe must have been so late there not to get some overlap from the Mustang, Jamie. He was so wide. The door was way open.
It was open. Oh,
Shields and Perkins. I know, I'm watching the Delta.
Something's happened there.
Oh, no. Oh, look, we're going to have to get a quick replay of this, ladies and gentlemen. We will get back to the... Where they have had a whoopsie. Shieldsy! Tagged him. Shieldy's going to just pull that up and wait. He's a good man. Neb Shield. Just letting Lee Perkins recover there. We've got to get back to this. Look, we have got 3 minutes to go, J-Man. I'm parched. I want to go and get another beer, but I can't leave the screen because it's just epic here. Jones on Melling.
Other than bloody Phil Antoon, the rest of the boys have like, oh shit, it's nearly the end of the race. We better wind this thing up. Wind the wick up. Let's go to battle.
So that was Rando. I thought it was Lily Glass. I think you thought it was Lily Glass as well. So that was Lily Glass, Rando that they were getting in amongst there in the black. And here we go, contact again. I can't believe those two guys held that together.
How did they not spin around?
Wow, let's get a little quick replay of that from the helicam. Time is winding down here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at what, under a minute and a half. Bam, oh my.
Where is Antoon in the lap? Because it'll give me an idea about how many more laps they've got. He's about to cross the finish line. So get this, he crosses the finish line with 2 minutes and 4 seconds or something like that. So they're going to get two more laps.
Get another 2 more laps, yep.
Which is not going to be what Brimblecombe or Melling wants to hear, probably, I would think.
Or freaking Perkins and Shields. It's none of these guys.
Enright and Green as well. That's a good battle shaped up. So Webley now. They come onto the front straight. He's nice and close. Jark's super close to Melling up on the back straight again. Has a big look. I think he's going to be a little too late this time, or is he? He pulls out. He's got it. Can Melling go back down the inside of him here? I reckon have a good think about it.
Both GT2 class cars here, so similar.
Jones wide, Melling and top.
Jones out of the marbles, J-Man. Could not pull that back. So these guys are just in behind that Brimblecombe Webley battle too, mind you. So it's the third, fourth, and fifth, sixth, respectively.
A minute and 4 seconds behind it, but they are there.
But they're still there. They're right there. A minute and 4 seconds.
Green. Oh, Enright pulls out. The Mustang power.
just sneaks in there. Greeny.
Just sneaking there.
Greeny lets him go. Enright a little bit inside there. Bit slow on the X. Makes it happen. Nice work. 101 pass there from Enright.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. All right, now here we go. Antoon's
Here
on
we
the
go.
final lap.
Here we go.
Admittedly, he is 40 seconds up the road, so these other boys still on the lap before. And it's going to be a big, big battle for Sean Bribblecombe to hold off Brandon Webley, because Webley will have a big, big stab at this one. As will Jones, as will Rando and Perkins, as will Shields on Rando. You watch. Everybody's going to throw everything at this last one. Where's my gin?
It's on.
It is.
Bribblecombe, Webley, Mellingzark. Bribblecombe, Webley. This is where it is. This is where it's at. You can see Fotodo just in shot there. He is not that far in front.
No, he's not that far in front of these boys. Antoon, however, he is approaching the final sector of this lap.
Antoon in another postcode on these boys. In the big bad brick that is the Bentley. Just let these guys fight it out amongst themselves in behind as he continues what has been just a
comes across the finish line. Congrats, Phil Antoon, aka Maverick. Beautiful performance. 41.3 seconds ahead of Shane Fotodo. Beautiful stuff. Now, however, back to Webley attacking Sean Bribblecombe. It'll only be fitting us for us to pick up on the back of this, as we do know Shane Fotodo is going to comfortably take out second in this endurance race.
Look at these guys. Go back. They nearly had overlap there again, J-Man, as the cameras just flick back. And they are literally coming through the final couple of corners here. Webley, he's not going to have the punch. Oh, it's so respectful from these guys.
Beautiful drive. So we see Fotodo come across the line just ahead of Bribblecombe, who's just ahead of Webley.
Okay.
And Melling, can he hold on? Go back to Melling. He's got Damien Jones coming at him strong. One last time. He covers early, does Steve Melling.
He knows what lap it is. He knows what lap it is. And Jones had nothing for that, J-Man. Was definitely not set up for it. Literally.
Steve-O wants this top 5, Dave-O.
He deserves it, J-Man. So, first and second, Antoon, Fotodo, Brimblecombe and Webley, third and fourth respectively. Melling and Jacques still fighting it out, ladies and gentlemen, here as they wind through the final couple of corners, or a few corners, should I say. Fifth and sixth, respectively, from Melling and Jones.
Melling holds on to it.
Melling's going to take that one out. The next battle would be, well, it's not really a battle.
It's done by way of where the leaders finish, so it's only Jordan Moss to come through, and then everyone's classified.
Jordan Moss in seventh after not taking any tyres, as did Neville Shields, which, look, impressive work from both those guys there, J-Man. So nice work from the whole field, mind you.
Absolutely.
What a cracking race. 90 minutes of racing and bloody nearly 30 minutes of qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. I need a freaking drink. J-Man, drag someone down here and have a chat.
Yeah, I'm going to grab P3 down here straight away. And I don't know, I reckon this guy could probably go and do another 89 minutes based on what I've just seen. Yeah, on the same set of tyres. You got us, Sean?
Yeah, I got you.
Mate, did you earn that one tonight?
I think that was pretty hard work. I'm sweating a lot. It's cooking. But yeah, no, that was a fun battle. It was good fighting with Shane and then Webley. Yeah, enjoyed it a lot.
Fantastic stuff, mate. Once again, you've really got a handle on that GT2 car, and look, I don't know anywhere else I've witnessed the racing being so close between these manufacturers, and just obviously the strengths and the weaknesses, and we could see the difference in pace at the end of the back straight into the right-hander that Webley's Mustang had over you, but just picking certain lines. Fair bit of pain exchanged out there, but all's fair in love and war, mate. It was super, super entertaining stuff, and I think, that'll go down as one of the great races for us up here. We thoroughly enjoyed the entertainment you put on, mate, and well done for a frickin' hard-earned P3.
Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, it was mega fun out there.
Awesome, Sean. Cheers, mate. Enjoy that one. We'll no doubt talk again next week based on the performances. Well done.
Looking forward to it. Have a good one, guys.
Cheers, mate. Oh, there you go. So that was Sean Brimblecombe. Gets the 3. I'll tell you what, that'll feel like a dub on a night like that up against the competition. And another guy that's just held his nerve tonight and needed to at the right time and came out in the correct position based on his competition. Shane, aka Slambo, you got us on comms?
Yeah, hey fellas.
Mate, at some point the frustration turned into fist pump. Can you talk to us about that moment, when that was?
Yeah, I think I was catching Sean just and I think he attempted to pit, but he was coming in too hot, so he aborted and then had to do another lap, and then it just gave me that 2-second gap I needed, and then I thought I'd just pit one lap after him because GT2s don't have tyre warmers, so he'll be it'll take a bit longer to get up to speed, and it worked, but that was stressful at the end. I was hanging on to it, and I was almost crashed a few times, and I thought I'll just tone it back and just try and manage the gap, and then I got 2 track cuts in a row because I wasn't using my normal lines. I was like, I'm just going to send it, and then once Webley was catching Sean, it made it a bit easier.
Yeah, look, by all accounts, I mean, super, super fast race pace out there tonight, Shane, and the quali was good as well. The giggers were really on point tonight, but it did pick up a couple of times there and was probably in both stint, the end of the opening stint, not so much in the back end and that, because I think you got to drive the car to probably a safer number, having around 3.5 seconds at the back, but the back sector for me looked like maybe a little nervous. The Bentley just juggling a little bit of entry oversteer.
Bentley?
Was the car set up a little bit loose?
McLaren.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, I took all the wing off it. It's basically zeroed out the wing.
Wow.
And then I couldn't really run any rake because if I turned it in at the end of the straight, it would just loop on me. So I had to try and
sit the ass down,
set it up to get around that corner, and then it still was a bit scary when the tyres got worn.
Yeah, so,
but
hey, look, it did look super, super quick, and the speeds out there were just phenomenal. But fantastic once again, and I think I'm gonna be interested to see once John Carter gets the abacus out what that looks like, because Mav's coming.
Hell yeah!
You're in the same stable, mate, so you know the deal. What Mav does, and look, at this point, we've talked about you and Sean in this championship, and there's another guy that's thrown his hat in the ring, and he's coming ever so closely. But a P2 tonight, especially over Sean, does put you in a good position going forward. Obviously, we're in the back half now. That was round 5. We go back to our super sprint format. Now, Shane, 3 in a row before we go to sprint.
Yay!
Finish it. So it all gets pretty entertaining, and mathematically, you're doing a fantastic job. And tonight's performance was very, very Slambo-esque and Giga-esque as well. So well done, mate.
Cheers, guys. Yeah, it was good. It was good fun, and it was fun actually. The first stint working with Webley, we were trying to figure out how to get around that Audi and pump drafting. It was quite fun. But,
Oh, we noticed. We noticed.
NASCAR going on.
Yeah, no, it was good. But Mav absolutely smashed it. I think he missed out on the fun though. He should have let Sean pass him at the start, and then he could join in with us.
I don't reckon he's going to agree with you, but
We'll ask him anyway. But...
Yeah, we'll ask him anyway. Cheers, Slambo. Enjoy that one, buddy. Thanks for the chat.
Thanks, Shane.
Yes, mate.
Shane, follow everyone.
Yeah. That's
awesome.
Yeah, do you reckon they were saying that to Mav on comms? Mav, you got us on comms, mate?
No, yeah, I'd hope so.
G'day guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, mate. I know you've probably well and truly packed the race car up and probably having a spritzer or something right now, mate. But hey, look, fantastic performance. 41.3 seconds over your teammate. The back end of that one, that's a clinic. That's probably as big a clinic as we've seen for a while. But your teammate was just saying, Mav, is this like, oh, you know, congratulated you, but is this like you should have just let Sean past you and come back and had some fun? I'm not sure that I'd buy into that.
No, in hindsight, I should have. I don't know. The racing instinct in you just wants to race, but then you see I could see the guys, Webley and Sean, just going at it, and I kind of had a bit of FOMO, but I was watching it at least on the stream, so that was good.
You kind of be like, what's the sales pitch for that? It's like, Mav, you should come back here and get frustrated. It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it was getting a bit boring, to be honest, but I was just trying to beat the clock a little bit, but then I think Webley got the fastest lap, so good on him. But yeah, there wasn't much happening. So I think back markers was the highlight and the pit stop. Yeah. Thank God for a pit stop. Something to do.
And clearly the straight's long enough to just flip out a quick text into our chat box too, I noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. you got a lot of time. You got
a time.
Kids fresh off the licensing thing at home, don't text and drive. It's not cool. Yeah. Mav can do it, just
drive safely.
Now, so obviously round 5's done and dusted, Mav, and we saw you obviously miss the start of this one and then work your way back into it. If I go and look at the stats, they look very, very good. There's a lot of gold. I think worst performance of the season was a third. Otherwise, pretty much everything's been on the podium. We've got the back 5 now heading back into super sprint rounds for the next 3 before we go to sprint and then go back to enduro. And I think mathematically that win there with an endurance point scoring round puts you well in touch with Shane and Sean as well. So
definitely.
That's entertaining. I've called it probably from week 2 or week 3 that I said, Mav will come. He will just chip away with the results. And I think come round 6, we'll see when we come up with a points totem that you're going to be right there. So it makes nights like what you just did more important, mate. And you know how to get these things done. So albeit, the boys might say, oh, you should have come back and had some fun. I think, mate, that is an outstanding performance and it'll bode well to how this thing shakes out for the next 5 rounds.
Yeah, I think the last few seasons I've missed the first or second round, so as I say to my missus, I like coming from behind, so you never...
Nice.
Yeah.
It's an insight. Yeah. Kiddies.
Yeah.
Please practice safe. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, so it should be interesting. Anything can happen. Let's see.
Yeah. No, 100%. But no, outstanding. I think you did have the fastest lap for a fair portion of it before Webley did take it towards the back end. So it was pretty much, yeah. But talk to me about, just quickly before you let you go, that qualifying session. What was your thoughts on that? And I did see you opt to run in the back 10 and take that. Obviously you took that pole. What was your thoughts on that format?
It was okay. It wasn't that different when you break it down. It's just like doing 2 sessions, but in 1 session. But yeah, I think maybe, I don't know, if it was a 1 lap shootout, maybe it might have been a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Rather than just 10 minutes go at it. Just spices it up a little bit. Or, yeah, I don't know what else you can do, but it's always good to try something different,
Yeah.
Sure.
And so clearly tyres weren't that big a deal as well, based on what we just saw as well. 3 were plenty.
I think last time I was saying we need to take off at least 1 set to make it a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
It's too easy as it is. So yeah, it's never an issue. I don't think tyres.
No.
No, well done, mate. That was, like I said, I think clinic would be the word for me, because I think, we've seen some dominant performances during a broadcast, but that is one that's probably going to go down as Jesus, these boys got up their game because that was an absolute stomping. So well done, mate.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I'm
you
one of
look
those
well.
sickos that actually likes Paul Ricard, I think. So.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Psychopath, they call you.
Yeah, I like lines too, mate. Just not on the racetrack.
Okay, so leave it there. Thanks.
Don't stoop to my level.
Thanks, Phil, for joining us in the comms box.
Yes,
I'm gonna shut this shit down. All right.
Okay. I'm gonna get out of here. Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
boys.
All right, there you guys.
Good stuff. Stella. Look, amazing. Once again, a J-Man, the big bad Bentley, masterclass.
Yeah.
From Phil once again. So look, it's shaping up like that. That's just the first five rounds. So we've just done the super sprints, and then the sprint, and then the enduro. So that's half. And we're just going to replicate that again for the rest of the for the back half of the season. Man, that thing is coming. That Phil's on his way to wrap this up if he can keep that momentum, J-Man. So the boys up the pointy end of the points would want to be looking over their shoulder, I reckon.
Yeah, 100%. Because he will. He just constructs these things.
Yep.
We've seen it in seasons gone by. Before I depart and let you wrap this thing up, big shout out tonight for me. Nev Shields on the Splash and Dash strategy. Well done.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Jordan Moss on the 11-second Splash and Dash.
Both of those boys.
Well.
Yeah.
But, if I was Dana White and I was giving out the 50k for the fight of the night, I think it'd probably have to go down to go to two parties. First, it would be Brown and Webley and Sean Brimblecombe.
Oh, absolutely.
Secondly, it would also be, I think, probably Nev Shields. And everybody else in the vicinity, because I felt like he got up close and personal with Steve Melling, Damien Jones, with Merlin, aka Lee Perkins.
So I definitely, I think Perkins, Shieldsy, and Steve Melling need a mention because that was a great little battle.
From the start of the race.
I think Jarks was just passing through either way. Either he's going backwards or he's going back forwards through that little battle. But he was in amongst it. But some awesome stuff there from all the boys throughout the field. Once again, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start wrapping it up. You have already got the keyword and the clue for our cryptic crossword. There it is. The answer answered by Stu Arrowsmith in the chat box. It is podium. That is the fifth question, should I say. You will win some stuff if you work that out. We've already given stuff away already. With the points have been covered, the race has been covered. It's been friggin' awesome, J-Man. And we're going to remind everybody just to support their mates, aren't we, my friend?
Absolutely. Yep.
So, listen, if you need some help, hit the QR codes, hit the links, talk to someone. Are you okay? Lifeline in NZ, Lifeline in Australia. Talk to us, talk to your mates, just reach out, guys, and just keep it together. We are going to wrap this up for tonight, and we're just going to have a quick look at the calendar so we can see where we're going next week, and it will be Red Bull Ring for a super sprint, and that will be freaking awesome, J-Man. Perfect track to have a super sprint on Red Bull Ring next week. Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch these guys go toe-to-toe. Just quickly before we go, what do you think the GT2 cars are going to be like at Red Bull Ring?
Rapid.
There it is, just freaking rapid. Okay, thank you all for joining us here tonight.
It's point and shoot, mate. It's point and shoot. They're going to be on.
It's going to be on like a freaking Donkey Kong. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, share it with your grandma, share it with your uncle, share it, and we'll see you all next week at Red Bull Ring for round 5, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Good night for now.
See ya.